Yo, what's going down, Commanders? I've got to make a video. This is the latest unit that Kixeye's put into the game, and it's got me kind of baffled with the direction that this team that are working on the game are going in. Because if you look at things the way they've set them out over the last year or so, first of all, we got wizards in the Omen and the space unit Diviner, I think they were called. Then they moved on to Dungeons and Dragons, which we got Aegon and Aegon. Then we moved into Space Invaders with the Equinox, and now we're moving into the Spaghetti Western with this unit. I think it's called the Warrior. I'm not 100%. But what direction is this game going in? It's like they're going in 15 different directions all at the same time, and not one of the people working at the company get what direction they're actually going in. There's other things that you've got to look at as well. You've got to look at when we got the CC update and the renewed faction effects and things like that. They changed the name of the survivors to Rangers. They give them all a new set of buffs and things like that. And then they started giving us the turrets for the factions. We were supposed to get 3. I think we only got two of them in the end. And they've sort of gone off that idea of factions, got rid of factions, and they're not too sure where they're going with that. They're not sure if they're going to add them back in at a later date, or they're going to keep it as they are now with the new base weakness shit, which in my opinion is it makes the game less over the factions. The factions were more tactical. You had to think what faction would work best with which base you was hitting, or if there was a superior faction, survivors, and then after that it was sentinels. It's mind-boggling, and they've gone from that to fucking base weakness. They've sort of moved away from the agency buildings. We were supposed to get I think they said like a couple of dozen of the agency buildings. We never got one last event. So it seems like they moved away from that direction as well. But we did get a construction yard to go with it. I don't build them buildings. I think they're a waste of my fucking time. I hadn't even put a level on the building. If I had my way right now, I wouldn't even build that building. The construction yard building. I know they're good for some people. I get it. It's just another drain on me waking up and making sure they're being built, and I just can't be bothered with it. I'm trying to work out the direction again. It's like there's too many chiefs and not enough Indians at Kixeye. Each person is doing their individual thing. Instead of keeping it in line and making sure the story is narrative and the players understand it, they've got to keep fucking meddling with shit. And you look forward into this. I don't know if you've read the patch notes. We will be live tonight, guys, at 1800 hours GMT for the downtime update notes. We're not running on the downtime as such. Kixeye's sort of changed that, but we're going to continue going across from that. We're going to stay at 6 o'clock or 1800 hours GMT. I've lost my trail of thought now, but where was I? They don't know what they're doing. Is anyone talking to each other at Kixeye? You know, the new layout for the previous event, how confusing was that? They didn't need to change the names of the event waves or sets or tracks, whatever you want to call them. They could have kept them the same, just changed the style of the way we hit the bases. There was no difference to the previous events. So just to confuse the players a little bit, they've thrown different names at us and tried to make it stick. And they didn't even give us the information that we needed. It was tactical strike bases. They called them tactical bases in the update notes. And then the incursion bases were Alpha, Charlie, and whatever else it was, Bravo. It just boggles my mind. Oh, and they said they was going to keep some elements of holdout and put it into the main event. 2 shitty bases. One base you had to kill the thing in the middle. I'm not complaining about it, but they could have added it into one of the harder tracks and made it fucking a decent run. But they didn't. They're too lazy to do things. And it's half annoying. This new base, is it new event? Sorry, not base. Retaliation? Or I think it's Retaliation. Let me just check. I have got some notes here. Hopefully someone's posted a picture of it. No, it doesn't seem. I think it's Retaliation. I'm looking at it. I advise you to go look at it, guys, if you haven't already. We will be going over it later on tonight if you want to wait for us then. But the prizes are shit. The prizes are fucking shit. I think they give a 2 days, 4 or 8 hour upgrade logistic to the meteor strike. They don't even give you 1 level. It's a 3-day upgrade from 1 to 10. They don't even give you 1 level on it. What's the fucking point? We've got an overflow of fucking uniques right now and an overflow of units in our tech centre, but they can't even give us one fucking level on the meteor strike because they're so fucking terrified they might miss out on that little bit of cash that someone's going to put into the game. They're not fair with the players, and all this bullshit Friendly Fixer put out, how great everything was going to be and how much pumped up it was, and Drake kept saying cool 50 times in a fucking row on his podcast and all that bullshit. It turned out to be absolute fucking bullshit. It really did, and it's really frustrating to think that they thought we was going to enjoy this shit. I put out a poll about the last event. Hang on, I haven't checked it in a day, so let me see if I can find it. Right, the poll. I'm not going to show it because it's on Facebook and I don't want to show anyone's names. But 51% out of the 297 people that voted it as the event as a 1 out of 10. 51%, half the players that voted, and then it goes up a little bit. Some players, the next highest is a 6. No, sorry, the next highest is a 5, where I think about it was. But they confused so many people with that event that people walked away from it. And they're not getting their player base. They're not getting the basics of their player base. They think they're going to move over to Steam and everyone's going to follow them over to Steam. And then they're going to be able to promote themselves on Steam. And they get more players. I've looked at the game they've already got on Steam. It's got 167 active players. VGA Conflict, or Vega Conflict, whatever you want to call it. It's got 168 active players on Steam. Then a crossover to Steam from Facebook when your player base is at an age, or the average age of your player base is 50 plus. Not many of them people are going to convert over to Steam. There's very few that understands Facebook, that understands Kixeye.com. Facebook is their place to go. It's their safe spot. So to remove that is to remove their safe place on the internet. So Kixeye, you're screwing yourself over time and time again. You're coming up with dumb ideas that just ain't going to work. Whether you want this game to die off or not is another stuff. If they crossed over to Steam and kept it on Facebook, I don't know if you can do that with Steam, and kept it on Facebook, I'll go, okay, that makes sense. But to actually get rid of Facebook, cutting off your nose despite your face. Rant over, guys. I just had to bring it up because this is it's like they're going in 50 directions and not one of them knows where the end goal is. They just don't. They're just throwing shit at. It's basically throwing shit and hoping it sticks at this point. And this unit's probably going to be fantastic, guys. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't suit. It doesn't fit with the game narrative. You know, even Bounty Hunter was questionable, but you know. I don't know, maybe I've got it wrong. Maybe I'm talking shit like normal and Kixeye right. It's their game after all, but have some sort of, if we got a direction. And the one thing that before I go, the one thing we all fucking enjoyed, we all loved from day dot when that event was brought into the game, or that month was brought into the game, should I say. Kixeye can't even bother to fucking produce that, where the players fucking love that. Zombie event every October. The zombie event, sorry. Now they're doing one teeny little fucking event and passing out a bunch of shit on it. They need to give people more chance to get that shit. So a whole month of zombies would help the players be able to get. There's so many people missing the Aegon and Aegon. It's unbelievable. And not only just the Aegon and Aegon, they're missing the tech for them. A month, we don't want to make it 2 events. Let's come to a compromise. One shitty event for zombies is but no, let's go do a spaghetti western or Space Invaders or fucking, what's the other one? Wizards and Dungeons and Dragons and shit like that. Make sure it makes sense. That's all I'm asking. This just don't make sense to me, and it's bothering me too much. I shouldn't let it bother me. Anyway, guys, I'm going to let you go. I've waffled on for long enough. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.